Hello, everyone in Effective Thinking 101. I'm Dr. Vickery, the director of the Writing Center, and I wanted to show you a few resources that are available to you to help with your writing both this semester and beyond. So the Writing Center is a great resource for making sure that your writing isn't just correct, but also is expressing what you want to express and is responding to the assignment correctly. Most of the concerns people have about writing are related to grammar and mechanics, and we have a fantastic brand new tool available to everyone that can help you with that. And I wanted to show that to you really quickly. So let's look over here. Yes, I am going to show you ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is actually a great tool if we use it ethically. And the unethical way to use it is pretty obvious, having it do your homework. And beyond just the ethics of the issue, the resulting text produced by ChatGPT is stilted, it is unoriginal, it doesn't sound like a human being wrote it. And your professors are definitely going to pick up on that, and it's a violation of, your code of conduct. So please don't do it because it does count as plagiarism. There's a great way to use it though, and the first thing you want to do is just do your assignment on your own. Write it like you normally would without any help. Don't worry about Grammarly, don't worry about using Microsoft to generate text for you in the Microsoft Word tool. Just write it on your own how you normally would. And then you take that text and you put it into ChatGPT with this prompt. Please edit the following for grammar and mechanics, but don't change the wording. Afterwards, list changes along with the reason for those changes. So I have here just a brief excerpt from one of the chapters of my dissertation, and we're going to go ahead and submit this and see what it does. So it's then rewriting my text without changing any of the wording. So this is all still originally me, but it's made a handful of changes. Now, the first one here is it says, through this lens is the correct idiomatic phrase for this metaphorical use of lens. As opposed to in this lens. And I actually agree with that change. So I'm going to keep that one. In this lens is not as good as through this lens. So that's great. This has Galler et al. Right. And it said I missed a period there. And I did. And so that's correcting that for me. And then it removed this comma after physical capital. This is why it's so important to have it list changes for you, by the way, because when I go up here, I see that physical capital is actually inside of a quotation. And so I go back and I check the original source, and the original source does have the comma in it. And so what I need to do is add in brackets the phrase sic, S-I-C, after that to acknowledge a mistake in the original text because that comma shouldn't be there. The original editor missed it. I missed it when I was writing my dissertation, but ChatGPT caught it. Now, none of my text is changed in any way apart from what I wrote. It's just been edited carefully by a large language model AI, and this is a fantastic way to make sure that you're catching those small errors. But again, make sure you list all of your changes because sometimes it'll change things that you don't want changed, that you don't agree with. So make sure those changes are listed. This is going to handle a bunch of your problems that are tedious but aren't necessarily important, if that makes sense. Handling grammar and mechanics and making sure that your paper is tightly edited has always taken a lot of time. But when we do it this way, and then when we look at the changes and make them, not only do we start to learn what those rules are because they've been listed for us, but also we make sure that we're turning in clean, well-formatted assignments. So after we've done that, or before, depending on your preference, you can also make use of this. So this is the online writing lab. This is where you can get help from a human being. So machine help, human help. In the link to this video down below, there will actually be, or in the description of this video, there will be a link that will help you sign up for this Canvas shell. And if you click it, it will add it to your Canvas courses and you can access this on your own. But there are a few things here that are very useful. First of all, you can always just make an appointment. And when you click on here, you'll be able to select a time and a day, and that appointment will be via Zoom with me personally. So we'll be able to talk through whatever issues you have. If you're in the planning phase, if you are in the editing phase, the revision phase, no matter where you are, if you haven't written a word, it's totally fine. Make an appointment with the Writing Center. I'm more than happy to work with you. If you'd like to submit a draft because you already have one, you can of course do that here. And when you submit that draft, one of our tutors will take a look at it and they will provide you with feedback along with any additional resources that you might need. And then finally, if you click on the modules, we already have some resources available to you. So for me, I usually operate in MLA because I do English. So if you click on the MLA formatting, you've got a sample paper here. You've got a template you can download from Microsoft Word, but I tend to use Google Docs. And so I'll click this one just to show you how this works. It'll ask you to make a copy. You do so. And now this is your individualized copy of a template. So everything that's in brackets, you can replace. So you could put your last name up here. We just make one up and then fill out all of this information, and it's going to be in correct MLA format. And if you read the instructions here, they'll point you towards something for your citations as well. There's a tool you can click right there, and then you go down to citations right there, and it pulls this up. Now you can select whatever format you're in, MLA for English and some of the other humanities, APA for psychology and some of the other humanities. And then if you're doing a Bible class, you'll probably want Turabian, and Turabian and Chicago are so similar that you can still use this and it will function for you. But you click on whatever version you're using, and then you can add your sources in and fill everything out. When you're done, it will produce this citation for you. And then whenever you want to insert that citation, you put your cursor in the correct location and click Cite. And now it's in there, and all we have to do is add the page number. And then when we get to the end, we'll just delete this really quickly. When we get to the end of our paper and we're done, we go to a new page and we can click Insert Works Cited, and it will format that for us. So we've got a lot of formatting tools, a lot of structural tools available to us. You have human tools, accessing the tutors through submissions or accessing me to have a talk about your paper and what's going on, and the AI tools. This is just part of the suite of things that's available through the Writing Center. Explore that online writing lab. Reach out to me via email. I'll put that below as well. And we're excited to work with you and to help you become the best writer that you can be here at Point University. Thanks.